So my name is Megan Pesh. I'm the mom of 3 little girls, and the youngest of whom is Odessa. She's 10 months old today, and she has hearing loss from congenital CMV. She didn't pass her newborn hearing screen. She was about 10 weeks old when we went in for a repeat screen. Yeah, we were just thinking this is just going to be another appointment, and then we would just, kind of check the box. She'd be fine, and we'd be done. So we really weren't expecting anything. When they told me, at the end of the testing that she had hearing loss, it totally shocked me. I was not ready for that and really didn't expect it.
We're sort of goal-oriented, I guess is the way to phrase it. And so, there was the shock and kind of the grief, or just grief over realizing that this person is going to go through things other people aren't, right? But then what do we do? What's the plan? What's the next step?
In just over a week, we are set to have cochlear implant surgery for her to get her access to sound. I am very nervous about her procedure, even though I know she couldn't be in better hands. But the thought of giving my baby out of my arms, it's really scary. And I know she's going to be okay, but it's really tough to think about that day. So it is with mixed feelings that we're looking forward to that, the 18th.
And you said nothing changed in her history since we spoke with you?
No.
Well, this might be it. This might be the page. They are ready for us. I'm gonna grab a water. Are you best friends now?
The bubble guy.
So the surgical procedure to place a cochlear implant is a procedure that's done in the operating room. The surgical time is usually on the order of 2 hours or less. Once the child is prepared for the surgery, we make a small incision behind the ear. That incision runs about the length of the ear from the bottom to the top. That allows the surgeon access to the mastoid. The mastoid is the space behind the ear. It's akin to the sinuses of the nose, but it sits behind the ear canal. By operating through that space, the surgeon can gain access to the cochlea, and that's the structure in the inner ear that provides hearing. With the aid of an operating microscope, we can then make a small opening into the cochlea, and the electrode can be gently inserted into the cochlea itself. Odessa's hearing loss was caught very early. That allowed us to provide her access to sound through cochlear implantation very early. Early implantation can be very helpful because it allows the brain to take advantage of critical periods in terms of listening and language development. By having identified Odessa's hearing loss early and intervening early, our hope and expectation is that she will perform as well or better than her peers. In fact, I'd expect that by the time Odessa is ready to enter kindergarten, that she'll enter kindergarten and there'll be no obvious differences between her and any of her peers in terms of her hearing, listening, and language development.
There we go.
Yeah.
We go.
Of all the electrodes
Wow.
in the internal device, so those are the schematic of the 22 inside her cochlea. And then she has 2 ground electrodes. One's that ball electrode that's underneath her temporalis muscle, and that's the one that's in the plate of the receiver stimulator.
Wow.
Number 17, a little bit louder. Good job, big girl! Good job!
It has been almost 2 months since the surgery. It's been a very eventful 2 months. It's been about a little bit over a month since she was activated.
Yeah,
so
a little bit,
since
month and a half.
we got to turn her processors on. It's been kind of a wild 6 weeks of learning to hear and watching her learn to hear. Yeah, she's much more vocal. She's like a little chatterbox all of a sudden. And she's She's loving hearing. She's really enjoying the whole process of like getting to hear her sister's voices and loving to hear her own laughter. And yeah, like Tom said, just little things like if you knock on the door, she's looking around for the sound now, which is kind of this wild concept, you know, for her to be like, understand that a sound originates from somewhere. And now she's looking for it.
Now that she has access to sound, nothing comes to mind that she won't be able to do. She might do it differently, you know, in terms of, and we'll cross those bridges as we come to them in terms of when she's, you know, school age, or just even, you know, what it's like to have her run around, not right here, you know, for the first time, and trying to communicate with her, just, you know, just the way we, you know, kids, dinner time, you know, like how's that gonna work? But it'll be a different version of that, but I think nothing has come to mind yet that we're like, oh geez, well I guess she won't be able to do that. There aren't any like closed doors to us at this point.
Yeah. And I think it's important, like she will always be deaf, you know, the cochlear implants don't change that. But, you know, now she has the option of, you know, having access to sound, but it's really just awesome to have access to sound in the hearing world.